Hello and welcome to the EastPoint video newsletter. And it has been a while since I've been on here, so I wanted to say hello to you all and I wanted to welcome you back because next week on Monday, 20th of September, we have a big crew coming back, and so I wanted to give you a bit of an update on what is going on in and around EastPoint and a couple of changes that have taken place that you guys will need to know if you're coming into the office for the first time in a long time. So I'm going to go and show you a few things, first of all about the buses. So as you can see, we have a fair bit of work going on here at the front entrance, and the road that you would normally turn on as you're coming into the park, that is now closed while we put in new pedestrian crossings. We're also doing one here across the road, and because of that we've changed the bus route just for the first week or two while these works are going on. So what you're going to have now is when you're coming into the park, the bus is going to continue on down the main avenue into the park, and it's going to pull up outside of block N and L. So I'm going to go show you that new bus stop right now. By the way, the pickup for the bus for the Darth line is going to be the same red bus stop that has always been the pickup, but there's going to be a new Lewis line pickup, and I'm going to go and show you that now. Now, the new bus stop for dropping off and collecting you if you were going to the Lewis is this new bus stop it's no longer at the front of the EastPoint Plaza. It's no longer in front of where the Enterprise Ireland offices are. It is now to the side of the Enterprise office building. So the front of the office is around that corner. This here is the new bus stop that has been created. There will be a bus shelter going in here in due course. There's various works that we're doing in the park at the moment, but this is the new pick up and drop off for anyone going on the Lewis stop, and it is here to the side of the Enterprise Ireland building. Next thing I gotta ask you guys is to please bear with us next week when you're all coming back to the office. We have no idea what numbers of people are going to be using the bus service. We've had a situation for the last 18 months where we've had maybe 2 or 3 people on a bus, typically on a run, and in the entire day there might be 20 people using the bus. Suddenly we're coming back to the office and we have no idea what to expect, whether we're going to have hundreds of people using the bus or whether it's still going to be smaller numbers and people will decide to drive. So there may be some slight delay in the morning when you're waiting for the bus. If that happens to be the case, we will pay attention to this and we will be making changes in time. But initially we're trying to find our way. We're trying to figure out what's the correct capacity, and until we know what it is, until we've seen a week or two of usage, we're not going to really know what the capacity is. So just to reiterate, there's going to be 2 buses on duty from Monday, one going to the Dart, one going to the Lewis, and until we know what the numbers are like, it's going to be hard to say whether we need more or not. So with so many people coming back on Monday, what we wanted to do was make sure that there's a little bit of additional food choice for you all. So here at this bus stop here outside of block P3, which is where Citrix is, we are going to be putting a small food market here, and I mean small, like 2-3 stalls. What we're going to be doing is bringing them in on Monday just for the day to it's going to be from 10 o'clock in the morning until 2:30, so you'll have some additional choices of food. And what we're also doing as a little treat for those of you coming back on Monday, there will be free ice cream for everybody. So you just come to this area here outside of Citrix's office, and there's going to be some stalls here, and there's going to be free ice cream for everybody who comes. As long as you come within the 10 till 2 o'clock, you should get a free ice cream. And look forward to hearing all the stories of you guys coming back to the office. Some little works that we've been doing here in the park. I thought I'd just mention we are in the process of replacing all of the deck. The decking has gotten kind of old and is starting to rot in places, so we're fully replacing the entire deck, and the work hasn't started yet, but just in case you think it looks a bit run down, that is why it's in the process of being replaced. And we've also done a little work I shall show you now. So you'll see some of the little works that we've done in the meantime while you guys have been away. We've replaced all of the timber posts with this nice dry stone wall, and it looks pretty good, and it also acts as a seat that you can sit on. There used to be place markers for the various car spaces, and we're not going to be fixing them to this wall any longer. So if you're coming in to park your car, you will find your new place marker on these wheel bumps, and we haven't installed them yet, but we're working on that today. And so there should be name tags for the company and the parking space on the wheel bumps, so just make sure you're parking in the right place when you're coming back. On a sad note, unfortunately, Munchies is no more. Unfortunately, they did not make it through the pandemic, and so Munchies has closed for good. But the good news is, Emer's is, they haven't closed, they're weighing up their options about when exactly to return. At the moment, the numbers in the park are not sufficient enough for them to trade, but the plan is that they will be back to trade just as soon as numbers support that. The Wednesday market is coming back, but it is going to be slightly curtailed for now. It's going to be in its usual area on Wednesday from 10 until 2:30, but because of the numbers of people in the park, it is very hard for it to operate in its former full capacity. So until we get some idea what the numbers are like, the market is going to be running in a smaller capacity. There's only going to be a couple of stalls, but that will pick up as soon as numbers allow. It's kind of a bittersweet thing is that Blockburger, the restaurant, closed. But the good news is it is actually being taken over by someone else who is in the process of fully kitting out the entire place. It's all been painted. They're going to be using this balcony. They're going to be using the area at the other side that's over by the tennis and the football courts. And in addition to that, they've also signed a lease on this where the Grafton Barber used to be, and this is going to become a new cafeteria or cafe. You can actually see they've already put in some furniture and stuff like that. So that's going to be open probably in October. So we'll have a couple of cafes, we'll have a new bar stroke restaurant, and it's all looking pretty positive in terms of food choices and things like that. The tennis courts have reopened, and so have the football court. And what we're doing is we're actually planning now at the moment a intercompany tournament. It'll be an intercompany tennis tournament and maybe an intercompany football league. If this sounds of interest, I would love it if you guys that are interested get in contact with us. It'll be info@eastpoint.ie. I'm going to put it down here. That email, let us know that you're interested in helping us to actually organize that. We need to get people that are actually good at all that kind of stuff, you know, how to run a league, how to run a tournament. If you're interested in tennis, if you're coming back and if you'd like to be part of that, please let us know. We want to get people involved in this, because if it's all been driven by us in the office, it might not happen as well as somebody who's kind of passionate about tennis and plays regularly, or football, whatever it is. So that's going to be something to look forward to. Tournaments, intercompany, leagues, all of that kind of stuff. Alright guys, look, that is the update. In terms of final little points, we have also gone and moved the table tennis table over to the other area outside of Munchies, or what was Munchies. You'll be able to find it over there. And as a last point, the new movie, or there's a new television series on RTE called Kin, And just as a little bit of trivia for you, they were actually in EastPoint for a couple of days during lockdown, and they recorded a whole scene of that movie. So once you guys, if you are watching it, to keep an eye out, because there is an entire scene shot in the in EastPoint. I'm not going to tell you exactly where. I want you guys to keep an eye out for it, and then let us know when you see it. And it will not be what you expect. It's supposed to be set in another country and all that kind of stuff, so it should be interesting. So guys, I hope you found this interesting. Please hit subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and stay in contact. Leave a comment. Are you excited to be coming back? Really want to know what you guys are thinking, and we look forward to seeing you. And if you are new to EastPoint, if you're a new employee who's just started in a company and this is your first time back, welcome to EastPoint. Hope you're going to enjoy it. Go back and watch some of the old videos and you'll see how the place is laid out. And yeah, welcome back guys. It's good to have you all back, and we look forward to seeing you all soon.